Hello everyone and welcome to Shelby This Week. You may have noticed a few changes happening with our newscast. Megan O'Brien has moved on to another job with Macomb County, and Nick Monticelli has been filling in the last few weeks at the desk. My name is Kelly Kasuda, and I'll be bringing you top news and stories from all over Shelby Township and Macomb County. So let's get started. A parolee carjacks a man on a local trail. Find out how a Good Samaritan helped police catch him. And we'll bring you an update on the man who's accused of barricading himself in a home during a police standoff for 2 hours. But first, a murder in Macomb Township. Charlie Cadotto is here to tell us more.
Well, Kelly, police arrested a 55-year-old Macomb Township man just 2 days after Christmas. He was in court last week and we were there.
All parties on People versus Gregory Lynn Neiman. Please come in the courtroom.
Gregory Neiman may be wearing this Macomb County jail uniform for quite a long time. He's facing possible life behind bars for allegedly strangling his 89-year-old father to death.
You know, the cops have showed up a lot because there's been a lot of complaints for noises.
Neighbors living in this quiet condo complex on Garfield near Hall Road say it's not the first time police have visited Neiman's home. Police tell me Neiman was his father's primary caregiver, and they've been to the home at least twice last year on noise complaints.
From what I've heard is there was a lot of noise and yelling, and some of the neighbors felt really uncomfortable about the yelling and screaming and the noise in general, that they actually called on them.
Police say Neiman called 911 the morning of December 27 to report his father was not breathing. Deputies interviewed Neiman at the scene and released him pending an autopsy. The Macomb medical examiner determined the elderly man had been strangled. That's when police went back and did more digging. The death was later ruled a homicide, and deputies arrested Neiman at his home. He's now facing first-degree murder charges.
I've been in these condos for 5 years now, and I've never heard anything this dramatic before, and unfortunate that this had happened to this man.
Neiman has not confessed to the crime, but investigators say his statements were suspicious. In court, Neiman said nothing. He spoke to his attorney, Steve Kaplan, before heading back to county jail. For Shelby This Week, I'm Charlie Cadotto.
So Charlie, when will he be back in court?
Well, there is new evidence in this case, so preliminary examination was actually rescheduled to January 27th, and we'll be there and bring you the latest then.
Great, thank you. A well-known Shelby Township man is facing several charges after police found child pornography during a search of his home. Police say they found printed and digital pornographic images of children in 61-year-old Philip Frame's home near 26 Mile Mound Road. The investigators were acting on a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Frame used to be the public affairs director for the Macomb County Board of Commissioners and was currently working for the company doing media relations for Cobo Center and the upcoming auto show. He's been suspended from that position at this time. Frame was released on bail but is also being investigated for similar federal charges. He'll be back in court later this month. Two brothers are facing charges after slamming head-on into a cop car while one was on the hood of their vehicle, and it was all caught on dash cam. It happened on Tottenham Drive just north of 22 Mile. Police were called to the home for a domestic violence complaint. When the officer pulled onto the street, a man was on the hood of a white vehicle. Even as the officer turns on his overhead lights, the car doesn't stop and drives straight into the cop car, launching the man. The two were arrested on the scene, both uninjured. A Pontiac man is being held in the Macomb County Jail accused of an armed robbery while he was out on parole. 30-year-old Michael Garrett allegedly pointed a knife at a man on Macomb Orchard Trail in Washington Township and demanded money from him. The 78-year-old victim handed over his keys and cell phone to Garrett, who drove off in the victim's truck. The victim then flagged down a woman on the trail who followed the truck and confronted Garrett, demanding the belongings be handed back. And it worked. He gave the keys and the phone back and ran off. Police later arrested Garrett in the area, who's now facing several charges. Garrett was on parole for 2008 unarmed robbery in Oakland County. A man accused of shooting at police in a Shelby Township home will go through a second mental examination. 47-year-old Bobby Joe Grimes is facing a list of charges, including attempted murder and resisting arrest. He's suspected of holding police at bay for 2 hours during a barricaded gunman incident back in November of 2014. This was after getting into a fight with another man inside a home on Greenview Street near Ryan and Auburn Roads. Grimes claimed he fired shots at the basement door and they weren't intended for anyone, but police say those 3 shots were at them. No one was injured in the incident. Grimes' first mental exam claims he was mentally ill at the time, but not ill enough to know the difference between right and wrong. Depending on the second exam, Grimes could use an insanity plea. Right now, he's under house arrest and can work but must remain on a tether. Grimes will be back in court next month. Macomb Community College is receiving a major grant from the Kresge Foundation's new education program. President Obama spoke at the college just a few months ago, saying his focus is on community colleges as the heart of the American dream. The Kresge Foundation works to expand those opportunities for low-income people and promote success for first-generation students. MCC will be given $300,000 to work with research organizations to study different types of transfer students and their success rates in college. We'll bring you more about the grant and the future of Macomb Community College after President Jim Jacobs gives his annual economic forecast later this month. And there's a new face in Macomb County. We've got more on who's taking office as the new county executive assistant. And a massive semi-truck slams into a party store filled with dozens of people. Find out why and how our local officials are trying to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Go ahead. Station 1 call, street tone that please. 10-4. Captain 4 will be going to that location also.
Welcome back. Nick Buckler is joining us here at the desk. Now, Nick, a massive semi-truck slammed into a party store recently, and some sources are saying that it had to do with an emergency vehicle.
Yeah, that's what they're saying right now. Kelly, first off, welcome to Shelby this week.
Thank you.
And I had a chance to spend the day with the Shelby Township Fire Department and really see what the problem is out on the road.
First responders work against the clock every day. Whether it be fighting fires or medical emergencies, they have to work quick.
Please move to the right if at all possible. Avoid slamming on the brakes right there in the middle of the road and just stopping. Absolutely avoid going to the left side. That's very dangerous. We're going to attempt to be passing on the left. That's what we do most every time is pass on the left. So please move over to the right.
When people don't get out of the way of emergency vehicles, they are making it difficult for first responders to save the lives of others.
There seems to maybe have been a lack of training over the last number of years. I think it was better years ago, but I think now as well, like I said, the soundproof cars is becoming an issue as well. Just can't hear us.
A semi-truck has veered off of the road here at 14 Mile and Mound in Sterling Heights. The recent accident at 14 Mile and Mound was allegedly a result of a driver not being aware of an emergency vehicle in the area. The driver made a sudden move to get out of the way and ended up running into a local business. Luckily, nobody was seriously hurt in that accident. But that doesn't mean every incident will be as fortunate as this one.
Well, if they could turn it down somewhat, that'd be great. But once again, the car makers are making the cars so nice and soundproof from the outside, you can't even barely hear your engine running. So it's difficult on our end.
Authorities are asking all drivers to be as aware as possible of their surroundings when on the road. Nick Buckler, Shelby This Week.
So Nick, what are some things that we can do as we're out on the road to be more aware of the trucks?
Well, first off, always keep your eyes open and be aware of your surroundings and get over to the right as much as possible, even if you're at a complete stop. If that means going up on that median, you're going to have to do it.
Well, thanks so much, Nick.
Yep.
A piece of local news you might have missed, Macomb County is welcoming a new Assistant County Executive, Kathy Bartz. She's been appointed by Executive Mark Hackle after serving for the past 8 years as Vice President of Sales, Marketing, and Communication at Presbyterian Villages of Michigan. There, she managed the revenue development in 26 communities. Bartz will be taking the place of former Assistant County Executive John Paul Rea, who will now be the Director of Macomb County's Planning and Economic Development Department. Residents in Macomb County could see a hike in water rates. The Regional Great Lakes Water Authority is taking over the Detroit Water and Sewage Department, so Macomb County officials say this will impact the residents. The Water Authority is serving 3 million customers in more than 125 communities. Half of the annual lease payments will be used to subsidize Detroit to help cover the cost of those who don't pay their utility bills and to contribute to the city pension fund. Macomb County officials say the hike will be capped at 4% for the next 10 years. New construction on Garfield Road is making travel difficult, but it's going to last some time. A major sewer project has closed one of the northbound lanes on Garfield near 18 Mile Road in Clinton Township. This construction will last at least 9 months as crews replace an outdated sewage metering facility located 40 feet underground. The left-hand turn lane at 18 Mile will remain open for motorists, but officials are advising you to consider alternative routes, like Hayes Road. Once the project is finished, the work is expected to reduce odors coming from the sewer system in the area. It's safe to say we're having a mild winter in comparison to the Michigan winters we're used to, but it won't last, and police want to remind you to slow down when on the road. A Shelby Township woman somehow got her SUV stuck on the utility guide wire on 25 Mile at Bell Rose over the holiday. Shelby police posted a picture of the accident to Facebook. A specific cause hasn't been released by police, but witnesses say another car had pulled out in front of this SUV, and when the driver swerved to get out of the way, that's when she lost control. She wasn't injured and there was no damage to the guide wire, but police say it's a good reminder for everyone to be patient and to take it slow. A new study is showing why you might be better off buying the guys' version of products over the women's versions. In a recent investigation from the New York City Department of Consumer Affairs, experts looked at the prices of more than 800 products offered in both male and female targeted versions. These range from shampoos to children's toys. Women's clothing costs an average of 8% more than men's, and personal care products cost women an average of 13% more than men. Overall, researchers found women's products cost more than 42% of the time, even when the products were made from the same materials and function the same way. So experts say you might want to think twice before shelling out for the pink razor than the blue one. It will work just as well and for less of a price. We've all heard the phrase, new year, new you. And if you're like most Americans, you're making fitness resolutions. Our health reporter Bonnie Kay will tell us how to make these goals and keep them. And Front Lawn Library, find out about a little library that's doing big things in our community.
Hi residents of Macomb County, I'm your Chief Animal Control Officer, Jeff Randazzo, and I just want to take a moment and talk to you about the Gibraltar Trade Center adoptions. One, we're very thankful to Gibraltar Trade Center for allowing us to do adoptions, and ever since its inaugural grand opening on August 29th, we have adopted out more than 50 animals every Saturday from 10 to 2. So if you are looking for a pet or family member, we'd love for you to come there. Again, it's Saturday 10 to 2 over at Gibraltar Trade Center in Mount Clemens. And we bring all the animals, the homeless animals, here from Macomb County Animal Control that were picked up in your community. So it's your way of getting involved, and thank you for all your support. We truly are blessed to have you here.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Your chances of winning the lottery are 1 in a million, literally. The chances of winning the Powerball jackpot are 1 in 292.2 million, especially now that it's the biggest lottery jackpot in U.S. history. But that doesn't stop us from heading out to purchase as many as we can. The jackpot got up to $500 million, and people across the U.S. flocked to the stores to try their luck, including residents here in Shelby Township.
I'm definitely going to win. I'm definitely 10 times out of 10 I'm going to win. And if I do win, you know, put my kids through college and open up some businesses, man. 7 is where I'm from. 7 is my shoe size. I'm 5'7". 7 is my lucky number. So we're going with 7.
After no one claimed the prize, the jackpot is now up to more than $700 million at this point. Here's hoping the winning numbers are chosen from right here in Shelby. Good luck! And a Macomb County woman is starting off her new year with more money in her pocket from a simple scratch-off. And it's a lot more money. She won $2 million playing this Michigan lottery scratch-off. The woman, who's choosing to remain anonymous, bought her winning ticket at the CU Party Store on Utica Road in Roseville. The ticket cost her just $20, and now, with her $2 million prize, she plans to pay off her home and invest the rest of the money. Driving down any road in Shelby Township, you'll notice lawn ornaments and decorations are popular. But something you don't see on every lawn is a library. The Little Free Library is a global sensation, and we have one right here in our town. Residents can sign up to have a book stand, like this one on East Point Court. And it's a simple take a book, leave a book principle. The idea is to promote literacy and the love of reading by building a free book exchange worldwide and to help build a sense of community. So if you're looking for a free book to read, just stop by this library located on our neighbor's lawn. It's a new year, and that means a chance to start over. For many of us, that means making a New Year's resolution to get fit. The American Council on Exercise says more than half of those who start a new exercise program in January drop out by February. Health reporter Bonnie Kay takes us inside fitness for a look at what you can do to make this the year you finally achieve your fitness goals.
It's go time at health clubs everywhere, with exercisers of all ages and fitness levels vowing to lead a more active, healthy lifestyle this year. John Holtzberger has 2 grandkids, ages 5 and 2, and wants more endurance to keep up with them.
To do things that they want me to do is like, hey, Grandpa, you jump on the trampoline, That's, believe it or not, that starts getting harder as you get older.
16-year-old high school student Rachel Martin has 2 compelling reasons to be at the gym.
I would want to get in shape for both my singing and lacrosse.
And office manager Mary Flem wants to drop a few pounds and just feel healthier overall.
I sit all day at my desk job and stuff like that. I want to be able to be strong not only in the way I sit, but in the way I move around and also in my health.
No matter what your fitness goals, you'll have a better chance of achieving them if you set realistic expectations. It's great to have big goals in January, but if you go out too hard too fast, it's a surefire way to crash and burn by February.
Personal trainer Danny Lucci says the smart way to exercise is to start small, then gradually work your way up.
They want to go from 0 to 100 miles an hour so fast that it becomes very an uphill battle for them. And a lot of people get discouraged right away, trying to make a goal of every day going for a 20-minute walk, and then you build off of that. Maybe the next week is 25.
Let's say you're new to running. Start by walking, then pick up the pace with a light jog for just 10, 20, or 30 seconds, and go back down to a brisk walk. Eventually, you'll be able to jog longer and faster, but it doesn't happen overnight. Another reason people fall off the fitness bandwagon, they choose the wrong workout for them.
It's about finding something that you like. And that's another thing I try to stress to people. It's working out is great, lifting weights, going for runs, but if it's something that you don't like, it's going to be harder to stick with it.
Try out different workouts until you find one you like. You wouldn't just walk into a clothing store, try on one outfit, then leave with nothing because the first one you tried on didn't fit. Personal trainer Daryl Hojenoff says there is something for everyone. Owner of Strictly Personal Training Studio in Clinton Township, Daryl recommends battle ropes for anyone looking for a fresh way to blast fat.
As they are intense exercise, full body, workout, really gets the heart rate up, a lot of intensity to battle ropes. So a great way to torch a lot of calories, while strengthening the body.
But torching calories is only half the equation. The other half is putting less calories into your body to begin with. You have to make smart, healthy food choices. And again, start small.
Try to make small adjustments to their diet. If everyone tries to change everything all at once, it tends to not happen for most people.
I do love to cook, so I find that kind of hard to change. So try to cook healthier, watch everything I cook, don't do the processed foods, pick up the foods from the produce, the fresh meat, all that, and then I see what I'm actually putting into my foods.
Small changes can make a big difference and will add up over time. Whatever you do, don't fall into the all or nothing mentality. Doing a little something is better than doing a lot of nothing. Don't give up. Be patient with yourself and your body as it adapts to your new routine. Sometimes just getting dressed, getting out the door, and even making it to the gym is a huge accomplishment. For Shelby This Week, I'm Bonnie Kay. Have a happy and healthy new year.
Including complete workouts you can do at home. Check out Inside Fitness with Bonnie Kay right here on Shelby TV or on shelbytv.org. And losing weight or getting healthy may not be your New Year's resolution. If you're still struggling to find out one that suits you, we're here to help. Shelby This Week took to the streets to find out, when it comes to Shelby Township residents, what are your resolutions for 2016?
My name is Charlie McEwen.
Carrie Buterbot.
Angela Tominski.
Lynn White.
Kyle.
My New Year's resolutions are to get more fit and healthy and spend more time with my family.
Live life to its fullest because life is too short to worry.
I work at Aubrey's Pizzeria and Grill, and my New Year's resolution is to, number one, provide the best customer service. If you ever want to come see me, I'll be right here at Aubrey's.
My New Year's resolution is to be more better at school and read better in math.
My New Year's resolution is to write 2016 all year rather than revert back to 2015.
Just have fun.
Now, they say more than half of people ditch their resolutions by the end of the month, so we wish you the best of luck to you and your 2016 resolution. And that's it for us here at Shelby this week. You can watch us all the time at shelbytv.org, and don't forget to like us on Facebook. Just search Shelby TV. Thank you.